Alia, she's not here.
She's joining right now.
Okay. So we'll wait just 1 minute and we shall begin. Sorry for the delay.
صار بعيدة راهم جابوا لي القديدة ماشي من زهرك تحتي في مول الطاكسي صاح نعرف عليك كل شي ماما ميا قولي يا اختي هكذا طلعتي بين الكازينو والميلي زيدي بين الكريدة شفتي مول الشاطو اللي عنده باطو يحضر راني كادو سون بروبليم انا يا شيري ما عندي والو كي ندير نهدر معاك طون اليغونس هبل كاع الغاشي تضرب غير الدولتشي قابانا والكولشي كل شيء كي ندير الشاطو اللي عنده باطو يحضر عليه كادو سون بروبليم انا يا شيري مع كاع الغاشي تضرب غير الدولتشي قابانا والكوتشي تعرفيني انا شي كي ندير نهدر معاك
So I guess Alia is here. So I think we can begin our meeting.
Amin,
Yes, Alia.
just a quick point. I couldn't connect with my phone. I don't know why. So the camera on my laptop is not working. Do we have a backup timer? Murad is here, right?
Yeah, we have a back. Yeah.
Okay, so as grammarian, I'm afraid you'll just have to hear my voice instead of see me, okay?
It's okay. I guess it's
Right?
okay. No problem.
Okay. All right.
So I guess we can begin our meeting. So thank you guys for joining. So dear Toastmasters, dear guests, today is a great day for us. Certainly, the circumstances in which we live are sad, but it is thanks to them that we have been able to fulfill I wish I have had for a long time, which is to get in touch with our Egyptian friends and hold a joint meeting with them. Especially that we as Moroccans, we have always had a fantasized representation of the Egyptians in our imagination. And this is quite understandable because it is through their cinema, music, and literature that we have been able to open our eyes to the world of art and creativity. So we are very grateful to Egypt, their culture, and their civilization. Like I remember very well in my childhood years when during lunchtime we would get together to watch Egyptian series like Al-Mal wal-Banoon or Layali al-Hilmiya, and we were so absorbed by this series that you could find Moroccans who spoke fluent Egyptian dialect thanks to this series. And until today, the music of Kulthum and Abd al-Halim Hafez continues to resonate in our Moroccan cafes and streets. And this without mentioning the Egyptian cinema and theater. I mean, you cannot meet a single Moroccan who doesn't know Adil Imam or Mahmoud Abdel Aziz or Fatin Hamama and who hasn't watched Madrasat al-Mushaghibin. This is to say that we have been immersed in Egyptian culture and that writers like Naguib Mahfouz, Taha Hussein, and Ahmed Khalid Tawfiq have greatly contributed to shaping our consciousness and our vision of the world. Moroccans and Egyptians have always been proud of the cultural, historical, and fraternal ties that exist between the two brotherly countries. It's in this historical continuity that this meeting takes place. We, as Rabat and Cairo Toastmasters Club, have the common determination to consolidate and promote those historical ties. So this meeting is a consecration of these bonds of fraternity between our two countries at the Toastmasters level, as well as a reflection of our determination and commitment to build a better future for North Africa. And that's why we have chosen a simple message to promote our event. One pulse, one people. So welcome in our Morocco Egypt joint meeting, guys. But before the show starts, let me introduce the new president of Cairo Toastmasters Club, Dina Abu Saif. Dina, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this warm welcome. I cannot beat your speech. Extremely heartfelt and genuine. Thank you so much for having us. I would just like to say briefly that we Egyptians share the same feelings towards our Moroccan brothers and sisters, and we have been looking forward towards this meeting for as long as we can remember. We've been extremely excited. We've spread the word, and we're really looking forward to growing together, starting from this point and from here on out. Hopefully that's not going to be our first encounter together, but hopefully that's going to be the foundation of so many prosperous collaborations to come between the two brotherly nations, as you said, and between both esteemed clubs. So thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Thank you for the kind words. It's such a pleasure and honor for us to collaborate together. And we look forward to doing great things together today throughout the course of the meeting. And I will now hand the mic over to my fellow Toastmaster, Rania Leila, who is also the Vice President of Membership at Cairo Toastmasters Club. Thank you, and I look forward to a great meeting ahead. Rania, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Gina, for this eloquent intro. One word frees us all of all the weight and pain of life. This word is love. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, welcome to this memorable historical joint meeting between Rabat Toastmasters and Egypt Toastmasters. And for you to know, the only thing that made this happen as a reality is love. Communication with love. Communication with love, compassion, and deep understanding. It used to be thought that communication is the main skill. It's essential skill to maintain your relationship with your family, members, friends, and even between countries. But no one refers to the kind of communication. What is the first thing we need to do? Communicating with ourselves first or the other people? If you look back at the wars, you will find that there was something in common, the hate speech, or the leaders in the past that were real cause of destroying countries and caused millions and millions of victims. They used their power of words in the wrong context. They deliver hate speech. And on the other side, Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa, they use their power of words in the right kindness context. For you to know, we all have two sides, the dark side, the evil side, and the kindness, the colorful, the bright side. And the side you feed will rule you. The beast you feed shall live. And instead of watering or feeding your dark side, try to water your beautiful seed of kindness and compassion, and also love side. It would be your only way of communication with people. Through yourself, when you just love yourself and deliver this power of love and power of compassion and understanding, you will make the world as a better place. And now, I wish you all love, compassion, and happiness. And let's get this meeting started. I will check the agenda for you now. This meeting is divided to 3 sections. Section number 1, the prepared speeches. Section 2, table topic speeches. Section 3, the evaluation part. Before going into our first section, I would like to call the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rania Darwish, to present her team. And when I asked Rania about her view and opinion of how to maintain love between people, she said, I will do this by starting to appreciate and celebrate any love gesture or word, and not to be ashamed of showing what we feel, and especially by making our love language our only language when it comes to kids. That way, we all have an eternity life of love. Please help me welcome Rania Darwish.
Thank you so much, TM, our team of the day, Rania Lillah, for the kind words and for great presentation. And in order to explain a little bit what a G is, the role of the G is like he's the police officer of the meeting, but not the bad kind, but let's say the good kind of cops. And of course, in order to evaluate the meeting and make sure that everything is kept in the order, I don't work alone. As any great leaders, we always have great people with us. And for me, I am lucky to call, first of all, and introduce to you all my tag team. Yeah, I like to call them tag team or the 3 musketeers. My 3 musketeers of the day are, I'm gonna call, first of all, Maisam Abdelkarim Loukili, our accounter, in order to explain his role.
Thank you, Rania. So, scientists have fulfilled mummified Egyptian wish for life after death by replicating his voice with the vocal cords. This project is the first one that have successfully recreate the voice of a dead person through artificial means. So let's listen together to the voice. Can you hear that? So
Abdelkarim, are you still with us?
I think I lost the connection.
Okay.
So, did you hear the voice of the mummy?
Yes.
So, do you know why they choose because it's the most repetitive word by human being. So I will count in this meeting the and other repetitive and filler words, and I hope our speakers and evaluators, also improvisers of today, will not be mummies. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Abdelkarim, for this great presentation. As I said, our great tag team in their treasure hunting, Abdelkarim started with the mummy, and as he said, let's not be mummies today. And our second musketeer is gonna be our grammarian, and for that I'm gonna call our dear Alia Attiya to present for all of us her role. Alia, the mic is yours.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you all today. Lots of action happening tonight. So I'll be your grammarian for today, and by that I'll be watching out for the use of the word of the day. Can you guess what it is? course you won't be able to guess. The word of the day is cherish. I hope you don't read this the opposite way around. Cherish, I'll be writing it on the chat box as well. It's basically to protect, to care, to keep, to hold dearly to your heart. Okay, whatever that thing is, it could be memories, it could be people, it could be anything. And an example of that would be, I cherish the presence of lovely people like you. Or, for example, I cherish each moment I spend in Toastmasters. Something along those lines of adoring, loving something. And I'll be watching out for that. Over to you, Rania.
Thank you so much, Alia, for the choice of the word. And as you said, in those maybe harsh moments for a lot of us, we cherish moments like this. And for everyone, whenever we hear the word cherish, let's just clap our hand so that we show that we are listening to the person. And our third role is gonna be our timer. And for this, I'm gonna call our friend Samir Shakri, who's gonna be the timer for today. Samir, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Madam GE, dear Toastmasters, dear guests. I will be the timer of this meeting. As time management is a very important pillar of Toastmasters philosophy, I will help you manage your speaking time to become a professional speaker by using 3 colors. I will show you the colors. For speakers, when I show you the green card, it means that you've reached 5 minutes. For the evaluators, it means that you've reached 2 minutes. For the improvisers, it means that you've reached 1 minute. Then I will move on to the second color, which means that for the speakers, they reached 6 minutes. For the evaluators, 2 minutes and a half. For the improvisers, 1 minute and a half. Then I move to the final color, the red one, which means that you've reached the 7th minute for the speakers, the 3rd minute for the evaluators, and for the improvisers, they reached 2 minutes, and they should all conclude their speeches. So I hope you will manage your time well. I will be here to help you. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you so much, our dear timer. And as our timer said, the most important thing in our meetings are time. So my dear friends, my dear fellow Toastmasters, please try to respect your time. And now I'll give the mic again to our dear TM of the day, Rania Lillah. The mic is yours, Rania.
Thank you so much, Rania, for this great info. I was waiting for it, by the way. And now is it the show time. Let's cherish our moments, our beautiful moments with the brilliant speakers we have. The first speaker is Muhammad Amin Al-Idrisi, and his speech title is The 6 Thinking Hats. He's in level 1, and his project is researching and presenting. When I asked him about his opinion of how to maintain love speech between people, he said, it's all about gratitude. And he believed in this quote for Mother Teresa. It says, kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. Please help me welcome the first speaker, Muhammad Amin Al-Idrisi.
Hello. Due to Mark Twain, there are only 2 types of speakers in the world. There are the liars and the romantic. The act of speaking in public and the process of improving one's speaking skills are wrought with conflicting emotions and frustrating lows. There are times when applause makes you think you're the greatest speaker in the world, and there are times when the silence of the audience make you want to crawl into a hole. Madam the Toastmaster, dear Egyptian and Moroccan Toastmaster community, without forgetting the guests. In this speech, we will apply the wisdom of the 6 thinking hats for sorting out with the jumble and giving a useful perspective which can help us to improve. First of all, what are the 6 thinking hats? The 6 thinking hats method has been adopted by organizations around the world as an aid for individual and group decision to solve problems. In 6 thinking hats, De Bono writes, the main difficulty of thinking is confusion. We try to do too much at once. Emotions, logic, hope, information, and creativity, all crowded in on us. It's like juggling with too many balls. The 6 thinking hats allow us to conduct our thinking as a mom might lead a family. The 6 thinking hats, every color have a meaning. The white hat reflects that there are facts and missing information. The red hat is a load to emotional information. Then came the blue hat, is about control. The black hat is caution, point out the weaknesses. The yellow hat is the optimism, hope, and positive thinking. And finally, the green hat is about creativity. Till now, you will told me that this is a management tool. Where is the public speaking here? So let's see how to apply the 6 thinking hats to public speaking. We will start by the blue hat. When you wear the blue hat, your task is to define the situation, set the parameters, decide how you will proceed with the other hats. Blue hats is generally the first and the last to be worn. I will give an example. A speaker wearing the blue hat might produce one of the following. I am an okay speaker, but my growth seems to have stagnated. I'm looking for answers about how I can jump, start my progress again. So it's helped to organize our thinking process. That was the blue hat. Let's move to the second color, and then the white hat. When you wear this one, you take an objective perspective, list facts that are known, and identify facts which are not, but could be helpful. For example, I will say, today there are 52 participants. I have delivered 2 speeches in English. This is my first speech in a joint meeting. It's about objective facts and figures. Ciao. I don't know if my hair is still fixed or not. Now let's move to my preferred color, the red hat. When you wear this one, you explore your feelings and intuition, whether they are positive, negative, or somewhere in the middle. For example, while we wear this hat, we can say, I'm sad and embarrassed when I am asked a question that I don't have the answer to. Or I'm glad to see Moroccan and Egyptian Toastmaster members working together in a lovely atmosphere. The second hat will be the black one. When you wear this one, you are cautious and careful. You are seeking weaknesses in the available options. And this have a bias toward inaction. For example, I can see I'm too busy right now to spend more time on speech preparation. Or I don't think I'm going to make them laugh. I'm talking about you. Yeah, we don't have the same culture. Now, from pessimism, let's move to optimism. Now, I'm talking about the yellow hat. I know that it's not yellow, but imagine it's yellow, okay? When you wear the yellow hat, you can find the silver lining in any situation. Your glass is half full. You can see all the positive benefits which might be realized by actions, and you are optimistic of a successful result. For example, we can see, I'm delivering speech in a job meeting. I will be evaluated by an Egyptian. So I will have an evaluation from another culture. It's gonna help me a lot. The last hat The last but not the least is the green hat. And when you wear the green hat, your challenge is to seek out creative ideas that you have not thought of before, regardless of whether these ideas are feasible in the end. To borrow a tight cliche, this is thinking out the box. What if I started my next speech out of view of my audience? What if I dance during my speech? Or what if I play guitar? Bad idea. Yeah, I'm okay. The above example were varied intended to give you a flavor of what types of contribution are made while wearing each of the 6 hats across a range of scenarios. The real value of this method is when you or your group focuses on a single specific scenario. There were an edited excerpt from the book Consulting Essentials, The Art and Science of People, Facts and Framework by Jeff Carnagan. The next time your team or you are faced with a problem you're not sure how to solve, try addressing it from the perspective of the 6 thinking hats. Think like a Toastmaster member, and don't forget to add a non-color hat that you will draw with love and union to let people cherish each other. United we stand, divided we fall, union is strength, and your world is only as small as you make it. From Rabat Toastmaster to Cairo Toastmaster, back to you, Madam the Toastmaster.
Oh my God. That was really powerful, Muhammad Amin. I liked so much when you relate that 6 thinking hats with the public speaking. That was really pertinent and powerful. And how many caps do you have? A lot, I bet. I just have one since I was a child. Thank you so much for this powerful speech, Muhammad Amin. And now let's move on to our joint meeting for the second speaker. Second speaker is Ahmed Alep. His speech title is The Mystery of Black Holes. His project is researching and presenting. When I asked him about his opinion on how to maintain love and love speech between people, he said, I think love is a choice more than a feeling. And the bottom line is to have the strength to see the beauty in life and other humans, regardless of the hardship you face through your journey. Please help me welcome Ahmed Alep.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
All the best.
Hello, everyone. Does anyone know what a black hole is and what it has to do with a North African meeting or any other place in the world? Maybe they are elements of destruction, or they could be an essential to our very existence. 6 years ago, I just had a very difficult exam, and as a reward, I went to watch movie with my friends. It was Interstellar, and it was all about gravity and black holes. And it was the first time I got fascinated by black holes. Objects with nothing but gravity that pull so strong that nothing can escape it, even light. They can manipulate time and space. They could swallow a star completely. It's like a huge vacuum that suck up everything that enters its horizon. Nothing has the power to escape it. Can you imagine? Of all the objects in the universe, planets, stars, galaxies, none are strange, mysterious, or powerful as black holes. We will dive today to know how were they discovered and how we were able to spot one of them for the first time and how we managed to measure their effects. We will start with Einstein's theory of gravity, which assumed that the universe is like a fabric with space and time, space-time fabric. and objects pulled down the fabric with their mass. So they could pull other objects toward them. And there we have gravity. About a century ago, weeks after Einstein published his theory, a German physicist, Carl Schwarzschild, wrote an accurate mathematical solution to the theory and sent it to Einstein. According to his solution, Schwarzschild discovered that a concentration of mass in a single point will wrap the space around to such an extreme, and that will create a region of no return. Anything that enters that region will be trapped, unable to escape, even light. Nothing could ever fill that void. And that was the first time black holes appeared on paper. Next, there is a type of stars in the universe that has a specific characteristics. More importantly, they are hovering around in pairs, two stars traveling together. In the 70s, young researcher Paul Morden was looking for pairs of stars at the Royal Observatory in the UK. He found one, but with only one visible star that are moving around something invisible, but with a great gravity that could pull something as big as a star. Paul published his theory, his discovery on paper with a mention of the probability of discovering the first black hole. Years later, scientists confirmed it as the first black hole has been discovered. Later, to be exact, 5 years ago, a very advanced facility in the US called LIGO. LIGO observed a strange wave, not sound or light, an invisible wave that traveled through the fabric of the universe over millions of years ago. The wave source was a collision of two black holes crashed into each other and formed a bigger one. As a result of that crash, energy is emitted as a final strong burst of gravitational wave. This wave that LIGO has observed. And you wouldn't believe that it's predicted by Einstein over a century ago. To sum up, black holes are real. There's a type of black holes called supermassive, and they are huge. Scientists found them in the center of every large galaxy, like ours. Supermassive is essential to a galaxy and a key component to its existence. In conclusion, from a solution sent by envelope to the first discovery that they exist, then the observation of their effect, black holes are real, and they are not entirely bad. They are key component to keep balance to our universe. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
That was huge, Ahmed. Very incredible, beneficial facts. And you know, all these things concerning gravity, black holes, and the space, mystery, we like these stuff so much. Thanks for this amazing facts. And now, let's move on to the third speaker, Ilyas Al-Amri, and his title, the speech is My Culture, My Roots. He's in level 2, his project, Cross-Culture Understanding. When I asked him about his opinion and idea of how to maintain love between people, he said, I strongly believe that the objective of any love speech goes beyond that of communicating with people. But Its aim is to provide an inspirational and emotional speech that should lead them to maintain love and peace on earth. Please help me welcome Ilyas Al-Amri.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Due to a technical reason, I will have my voice coming from a device and my video coming from another device. I hope it's fine with everyone. Okay, I will start. For the purpose of cross-cultural understanding project, it is recommended to explore our own cultural identity. Based on that, I decided to deep dive on my culture. Fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guest, in the way I identify my culture is the environment where I can be myself. In a way, I don't have to act differently than the way I'm used to. It is somewhere where my body and soul are living naturally without disguise. Well, in order to explain to you this environment, I will share with you my roots. In other words, I will tell you where I'm coming from and where I belong. I was born in a city called Casablanca. Yes, the famous American movie title, but not only that. Casablanca is a city filled with people talking not only one or two, but many language and dialects. Casablanca is a city where poor and rich people are living together, not with the same standards, but sharing the same amount of happiness. Don't get me wrong, I'm not part of the poor people, not I'm part of the rich people. I've never ever felt that I belong to these two categories. I am, and I was, always part of the middle class, but I socialized with both the poor and the rich. And all of us, we cohabited naturally. Casablanca is not a perfect city, far from that. And I can say that there is many things that I definitely hate about it. For example, the humongous number of cars in this single square meter of road. I'm not comparing it to Cairo, but it is going there. And this is leading to an air and noise pollution. And people there are still thinking about building roads and buildings instead of trees and green spaces. Talking about stereotypes. Many of the people say that Casablanca people are chaotic. Well, people who know the city will notice the chaos, but also will notice that the people there are living with a certain altruism and harmony together. Talking about the problems, one of them is the crazy driving. Imagine yourself crossing the road and having to avoid the cars coming to you, jumping over like a jungle, working on your dodging skills. But yet on the upside, these crazy drivers will let you the right to pass, even though it's not your turn. These people from Casablanca are living under stress continuously. Yet, if you stop one of them in the street and ask about the information, he will gladly help you with no hesitation. Kazawi people, as we call them, are wholehearted people, willing to talk to you, willing to help you and to share with you. This is the culture I cherish. This is the culture I am proud of, that I want to convey to the world. That feeling of belonging I feel in Casablanca follows me wherever I go in Morocco. In Marrakesh, I enjoy the hot weather and the palm trees. In the south, in the desert of Morocco, I fancy the experience of the sand mountains and the cold nights. In the Atlas Mountains, I mesmerized about the vivid color of the landscape of snow, rocks and trees, paints. In the north of Morocco, I feel relaxed in the dreamy sight of the translucent blue sea in front of me. In all these places, I feel at peace, and I feel a strong feeling of belonging. This unwavering feeling is associated to the place and to the people, is immune to the time, and most importantly, immune to, and immune to the time. And this is what is create this culture that I like and I am proud of and I cherish. In fact, I can say that this feeling of belonging go beyond Morocco as it crosses all Mediterranean countries. I feel the same talking to Algerian people. The same that language and dialect will enhance this sensation of belonging. I feel the same talking to our brothers and sisters from Tunisia to Egypt. No doubt that there is a strong link between us. I feel the same, oddly the same, in south of Spain. The hot weather, the palm trees, and the artifact of Andalusia make me feel home. And the same goes for Italy, with the beautiful landscapes, the fishing villages, and the mountains, and mostly the sociable, nice people whom are living in a harmonious chaos. North Africa and Mediterranean countries hold this mix of ethnicities from Amazigh to Arab, this mix of languages from Arab, Berber to Latin, this mix of religion from Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All these countries are full with mixture, and I embrace this culture. And while preparing this speech, I came to realize that in all these places, I can identify myself as the roots are intertwined between each other. And I can say with confidence that I can call all these places home. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
This is amazing, amazing inputs. Yeah, Elias, thank you so much. And I like these mental images that you just drawn and make us all lost in contemplation about, you know, the sea and the trees and all these beautiful things, since we all are stuck in this lockdown. Okay, I hope all of this will end up soon. Thank you so much for this amazing speech. And now let's move on to the fourth one. Our fourth speaker is Ashraf Youssef, and his speech title is Immune System. He's in level 4, and his pathway is innovative planning. When I asked him about his idea or opinion, perspective of how to maintain love, he said, one cannot love others if they don't love themselves first. It is only through self-love that we start to love ourselves, our lives, our thoughts, our ideas, and finally, other people. Please help me welcome Ashraf Youssef. Unmute yourself, Ashraf. No, it's unmuted. You just unmute yourself. I guess it's from your device. Unmute yourself, Ashraf. Can you hear me?
Maybe he is logged on into 2 devices.
I don't know, but unmute yourself, please. Okay, I will try it again. Please, Zoom Master, can you help us on this?
Yes, Toastmaster Rania. In fact, Ashraf is unmuted. I see
He's
some
unmuted. Yes.
sound coming from his mic. Yeah, he is. I think he has some issues with his mic. Can you, Ashraf, please test your mic with the icon on the left?
Or you can remove the mic also.
Do you see the icon?
Ashraf?
On the screen, on the Zoom screen, you will see the mic on the left.
There is a sound that comes out from your device.
Yeah, exactly, but we cannot hear you here.
Can you log out and log in again? Let's see.
Try to speak without the mic. Maybe there is a problem. With or without mic. Check.
Thank you for your help.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind
of.
We heard little voice. Yes.
Ashraf? No, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes. Again, please.
Yesterday, your mic was working.
Did you have the trial run before the meeting?
In the beginning of the meeting, your mic was functioning in the beginning.
Then it went under lockdown, I think. Huh?
Then restart your device, Ashraf.
Okay, what about now?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
That's work.
Yes, welcome back.
Finally. That is part of
I'm all happy. We want to celebrate right now.
Was it part of the speech? Huh?
No. All right.
Okay.
Let us start. I am sorry. Let us start. I can't share my screen. What do I do? I cannot share my screen.
You must be made
Let me
host.
help you.
He should be
I will
host then.
make you co-host.
Maximize the window so
already
you can see the
co-host
share
now.
button.
Yes, Zoom Master.
Oh
You're
yeah,
already
okay.
co-host Ashraf. Can you share now?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm just
perfect.
opening PowerPoint, and I will
Okay.
make it full screen right now. And is the voice okay? Doesn't matter.
Yes, it's okay.
That's good.
Please start.
Fantastic.
I will. No worries.
Oh, wallahi mushkil hai kabhi.
All right, ready?
Yes.
I think we are about ready. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I showed you guys, this is a VR headset. It's very cool. I tried to use the microphone on it, but it didn't work. Anyway, so as we all sit in the coronavirus era, and as the first time I heard about the coronavirus, I looked it up and I saw the number of cases. It was at 100,000. And now look where we are. We are at 1.5 million. Every day it was 110, 120, 130, 200, 250, 300. And now we are 1.5 million people infected. And it all started from China, all the way back in China. So I started to ask myself a question. Why? Why is it that our immune system is not able to help us overcome this virus? Why is it that this small, tiny, teeny cell is able to infect millions of people and have a lot of deaths because of this small virus? Why? Is our bodies that weak that this small virus is able to infect and kill so many people? Is it that dangerous that it keeps infecting people all over the world? So let us dive into the immune system. What is the immune system? How does it work?
What are some of the important cells that are there to keep us safe, from other types of infection? And why is it that the coronavirus is bypassing all of this immune system? Why? So let us talk about the immune system. So the immune system is like a giant military force located inside of your body. This military force has tanks, has weapons, has anti-air defenses, has planes, has bombers, has all kinds of things. Each and every weapon is specialized to kill a specific type of cell or a specific type of virus or bacteria. It is extremely well equipped and it has internal communication systems located to keep for the cells to talk with each other. Let us talk about the first line of defense, which is your skin. Your skin is like the wall guarding the entire city, which is your body. It is there to keep things away so that the defenses don't have to be triggered. So each and every second of every day, this is what it looks like. Millions and millions of bacteria are trying to climb in the wall because they see this huge piece of flesh, and inside of it there is blood, there is oxygen, there is glucose, there is iron. All of these materials are extremely valuable, and the bacteria want to get in because when they get in, they will be able to multiply and grow. So this is the first line of defense, the wall. Next on our list are the first lines of defense, which are the macrophages. The macrophages are like the guard post located all across your skin. They are there so that they have this tiny machine gun able to kill a very tiny amount of cells. And the main purpose of it is to call the next person on our list. They're just there to contact the next cell, the very powerful cell. The next cell on our list are the neurophiles. The neurophiles are a type of white blood cells, and they are like the aircraft. They are extremely fast to deploy, and they have bombs with them located to destroy any cell in their way. So they go in, they rush from all across your body, they go into this location and they bomb everything. They destroy good cells as well as bad cells. They don't care. The important thing is, I must destroy the enemy, no matter the cost. And when they finish all of their ammunition that they have, they go in and they destroy themselves just to destroy as much enemy as they can. They're actually kamikazes. They're like, they have bombs suit and they explode themselves just to keep us safe. The next one on our list are the dendritic cells. The dendritic cells are like the battleships. They're very powerful, huge in terms of mass, compared to the enemy. They go in and they bomb everything also in their way. And they also have something extremely interesting. They take in hostages, they take in some of the enemy cells, they dissolve them into their parts, and they see how they can better kill the enemy, and then they contact the cells around it to say, hey, this one, you should use this way to kill it. So they actually have a research center inside of them, and they have communications to talk to the other cells. It is baffling how complicated this is. And if they fail, they call the immune system. All of these are automatic responses in your body. Next up is the immune system. You know when your immune system is active, when your temperature rises up and you feel your body is weak. That is when you know there is a war in your body. So the first thing that they call is the B cells. The B cells are like the hangars that have all of the weapons, all of the military in your body. So the first part was we're like the police force, and this is the military. These are the weapons that are there to kill anything that is attacking your body. So the B cells are giant cells that have inside of them very small antibodies, and the antibodies are the soldiers that are there to go into battle. So when the B cells are deployed, this is when the war is taking place. Your body is in full-on military attack mode. It will go in with bombers, with helicopters, with tanks, with cars, with everything that they have to destroy the enemy. This is insane how complicated this all is. So how does the coronavirus destroy all of this? The fact is, the coronavirus doesn't even deal with any of this. The coronavirus is like a spy. It goes in behind the defenses and it takes place inside the city until it multiplies and becomes a huge force, and your body has to go into the full-on attack mode. And when this point is reached, anything can be destroyed in your body. There is a war. There will be casualties. That's what I'm saying. So what does this all mean? It means you are special. You have this incredible system located to help you and to keep you alive. These people are there to keep you safe. They are there. They're willing to destroy themselves to give their lives to keep you safe from harm. So you are special. You have something incredibly sophisticated to help you stay alive. Thank you all so much.
That was lofty and profound, Ashraf. That was really lofty and profound, and sounds like a whole war. And when we say that everyone has his own battles, it wasn't a metaphor anymore. Yes, everyone has his own battles. Thank you so much for this amazing, incredible speech. And now, after we finish these 4 brilliant speakers with 4 amazing speeches, it's the time to vote. But first, I would like to call the timer. Toastmaster Samir?
Thank you, Madam the TM. Actually, I cherish all the speakers. They all respected their time. Congratulations to all.
Awesome. So all the speakers are eligible for voting. Now, there is a poll. Well, show up in your screen right now with the 4 speakers. Please vote to the best speech. I urge all the participants, guests, and members to vote for the best speech. We have just 1 minute, by the way.
Great music, by the way.
Our timer, his time is up? No, still.
Perhaps some members to go.
5 seconds to go.
Time is up.
Okay. Thank you all for your participation in voting. And now, we are moving on to the second section of this incredible meeting. But before we go to the second section, we will have a break, just 5 minutes. Take a drink, eat something, take a nap. No, don't take a nap. Just be hurry and let's continue our memorable meeting. Just 5 minutes for a break. This timer, just count 5 minutes, okay?
Today we have a great playlist.
Moroccan music or Egyptian?
Both. We mix of both. Even if I wish we could hear something of Dalida. I love her for that would be great. Thank you so much.
Now you are talking.
Yeah. Um, I see guests from all around the world.
Yes, world is a global village.
Yeah.
Oh, from Qatar and
Yeah, great seeing you and welcome from Qatar. It's the first time we had someone from Qatar. We have Kamal Kassab from yeah, from Lebanon. We know you, Kamal. You're like our friend.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hi, Kamal.
I, I, I attended one meeting in Qatar for this. Your area director is Naveen Kamal.
So many clubs in Qatar. I don't know which one.
I am not sure.
But
I have attended.
I actually participate with Toastmasters Nursery in Lebanon. That's the club.
Okay, okay.
Our speaker is like singing from his heart right now.
Okay, I will do it right now. Okay, Samir, it sounds like you having a great time with yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is a virtual tea party.
Okay, please, dear guests, if you just have some time to give some feedback to the speakers, the four speakers,
Oh.
privately or publicly, it's up to you. Just give them some feedback so that they can work on their weakness areas if they're
All four speakers.
Thank you so much.
I can say they were very good.
Thank you. Thank you. They were.
Yes,
Indeed.
but what I missed, maybe most of these speakers they could have given their real life example and how they experienced or some story or something. And emotional feel was missing, maybe emotional punch, like something like that they could have added, and expression. Sometimes it was like a monotonous. So
So
I think
now
we
for
still
Kamal, there is a
learning.
participation also.
We still learning. I think our speakers, it's not that professional. We still learning. They are not professional. They are not professional speakers, but they did their best.
They were brilliant, guys.
Yeah, they were very good. Very good.
Yes, very good job for all.
Yeah, and I was talking to Kamal. They put in also Fairuz so that the Lebanon people would feel also like concerned with the music.
Yeah, I recognize the song. Not much of the but I recognize. Not that much into the music, by the way, because to me, most of the time.
Okay.
Madam the TM, time is up.
Okay, let's go back.
Oh, that was fast. Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, exam العمر جاب. Next break, the next join meeting, inshallah.
So please, we should all mute our microphones in order to let the.
Okay. And now it's the time for the finest part, the finest section, the most entertaining one in our incredible meeting. And this section is the table topic, speeches. I would like to call the Toastmaster Aisha Rafik to come here to take the stage. And when I asked her about her opinion and her idea about love, she said love always takes an important place in our life because love is defined as the most important subjective indicator of happiness. And as a Toastmaster, we can use our speeches to transmit messages that remind us of this importance that we forgot in our daily routine. Now I will leave the stage for Aisha Arab. Please help me welcome her.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Anila. Dear Toastmasters, dear guests. So, dear Toastmasters, dear guests, it's an honor for me to be a part with you in this North African joint meeting. I have prepared some questions which will allow the participants to exchange their ideas about the theme of the meeting. I hope you'll cherish it. So many writers and authors, artists have excelled in expressing love from their perspective, as well as popular proverbs, but in its own way. So I will call the first person or Toastmaster who will be with us in this table topic session. So I will call Galal Zaki. Galal Zaki.
Thank you so much. Lovely being with you all. I love being with you. I cherish this moment more than anything. With regards to love, I believe that the human being is the most selfish creature on earth. I have come up with a philosophy called me firstism. Everything centers around me. So I'm madly in love with my wife. If I'm in the middle of the desert with just one glass of water, if I drink it, I'm selfish. If I give it to her to drink, I'm also selfish because I can't live without her. I'm writing this book called Story of My Wife because I owe her my life. I'd love you to see this on YouTube. I hear you've seen some of the song that I did on love, L-O-V-E, with my daughter. I used to say when I was young, love is just a word. It doesn't mean a thing. It's a fancy way of saying two people want to swing. Love is just a word that dropped all over town. A fancy little word, a most improper noun. Love is just a word, and though I know that we know it's really insincere, love is just a word we love to hear. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. Galazaki. I think I have issue with my connection. I will give you the number to choose the 1 to 8, and I will ask you. I think you didn't hear me. Sorry for this issue. It's okay. It's okay. So let's move to the second person or participant. I will call Najat. Is Najat here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
So can you choose the number from 1 to 8?
I will choose 8.
8, okay.
Yes.
So the question, so I will give you expression or a question and you will answer. So if you had to give up one thing that you love for the rest of your life, what will it be and why? So I will paste in the chat. So if you had to give up one thing that you love for the rest of your life, what will it be and why? So here is the question. I think it will be.
You will send it in the, okay.
Yeah. So you have 30 seconds and you can start.
Please, you can start now.
Okay. So, hello, dear Toasties. Today, I will not answer you, but I have a guest. Yes, this is my guest. It's from UK. Hello, everybody. I really like to answer this question by I will give up this question. So I will be attached by everything in this life, and I will love it at the end of my life. We have the choice to choose anything that we will live with it. So the life give us all. So we will take all these things or apart from everything to have a really a beautiful and a lovely life. I wish you to not give up. I wish you to take everything from the life. The life is for you. You are the creation that you must be so happy and just take the opportunity to live, to be happy, and to share the happiness with your loved one. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you, Nazet, for your improvisation. Always with the news. So let's move to the third one. I will choose Amr Al-Duh.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
So
you.
can you choose the number from 1 to 7?
4.
4,
4.
okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, the mirror of love is light. So what do you think about this expression?
The mirror of love is light.
It's blind.
Blind.
Yeah. Okay,
Love is blind. Love is blind, but what is the nature of the spell? Am I blind because I can't see you or because I can't see anyone else? This is something I wrote a few years ago when I was in love with a girl and I thought she was everything in my life and we would stay forever after. And she wanted me to go and propose to her dad. But a week later, she broke up with me. Then I realized love doesn't exist. Well, actually, no, let me take that back. It does exist. But we tend to focus on the wrong things in life. We get attached to things. We think that love is in a girl, a specific girl or a specific object in my PlayStation right across from me right now, or in Toastmasters. But actually, love is nowhere outside of you. Love is within. It's inside your heart. If you're a naturally loving person, you would overflow with love for everything and everyone you see. Because if you put love in just a particular person or thing, what happens when that thing disappears? You're heartbroken, right? Raise your hand if you've ever been in a heartbreak. You had your heart broken. Ah, good. Some people are honest and some people are dishonest. Great. So my point is, you should think about the whole world as one. And if the whole world is one, then there's nothing apart from you to love, because love needs an object. If everything is one, then it's all love, and you have love within yourself for everything and everyone. And that is how I view love. And if anyone has relationship problems, remember this: everything will disappear because you are a trustee. If you're managing a bank, you manage people's money, right? Is it your money? Is it your money? It's not. You're just a temporary trustee. Similarly, your wife, your car, your education, your knowledge, your mind, even your body, your shirt, everything, you are just a temporary trustee. And now you have it in your life temporary, it comes, and one day it will go. Did you lose it? No, you didn't lose it. It was just taken back. You never owned it anyway. That's it.
Thank you for this improvisation. I really like it. So let's move to the next one. So I will call Ghada Sharai.
Ghada Sharawi.
Yeah. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ghada. So you can choose the number from 1 to 7. 4, it's already chosen. So 1 to 7, 4, no.
3. Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. So you know it's love when all you want is that person to be happy, even if you are not part of their happiness. So I will copy and paste it in the chat. If you're here. So you know if it's love when all you want is that person to be happy, even if you're not part of their happiness.
Okay. Dear fellow Toastmaster, dear guests, happiness and love. We always have in our mind that there is a relationship between love and happiness. When I give love, I will get happiness. And I give love sometimes for a benefit. But if I didn't get anything back, it does mean that I didn't give love to the right person or the emotion is wrong. I believe that the real love is to give and without thinking what you will get back. If your love is your value, you will love everybody, everything, your actions, your emotion, you will be satisfied, whatever the result is. And I do believe that you will be happy for the whole situation beyond the result is. So I do believe love and happiness is connected somehow, but it's not inside, but it's not connected outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Megan, for this deep improvisation. So now I will move to our guests. I will choose one of them, Laura. Laura. She isn't with us. So Carlos Milans. Toastmaster Carlos. He isn't here. So what about Di Alimi?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Okay.
I choose number 5.
So number 5, okay. So number 5 is it's an expression far from the eye, it's far from the heart. So what do you think about this expression?
So the question is, what's that from the eye?
I mean, sorry?
So, could you say
so
that
far
again?
from the eye, far from the heart?
Far from the eye, far from the heart. Okay, this is not an expression I'm actually familiar with. Madam Tabletop Master, fellow members, and esteemed guests. Now, what's far from the heart, from the eye? It should be like going out and standing in the corner of a nightclub. You're in a club and you're thinking, wow, I'd like to talk to that person at the other end of the bar. So you want to talk to this person, but you don't know how to. It's like staring at a mountain so far away that you want to climb. Imagine this is your object of desire. Imagine this is your goal. Imagine you're at work, you want to be the chief executive. You have to work to get there. And you tell yourself, I need a plan, I need a strategy. Chasing love and chasing your dream, you can do the two all at once. If you're smart, and I know we're all smart people. Then I work my way, I dance my way around in the bar to get to the girl to say, look, I'm not going to buy you a drink, but we can have conversation. I don't believe in buying drinks for someone. It's get to know the person first, and then you might think about the drinks. It's just like you want to achieve that goal of being a chief executive. You have to think that to be a chief executive, to be at the top, you have to work hard. You have to think about your strategy to get to the top. And when you get to the top, what would you do with your time? What would you do with your aspiration? And what would you do if you meet the girl? What do you have in common? So in my heart, it would be to discover, to find what we have in common. What is like traveling together, going camping. Then we can have a particular lifestyle. Being executive, having the girl, having kids. Oh, so what's far from my eye, it's now become the cherished in my heart. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. D. Ali, for this improvisation. Really, I cherish it. Thank you. So let's move to the last one. I will call Tariq Al-Asal.
Yes, I'm present. Hold on.
Hi, Tariq. So,
hey, guys.
So can you choose the numbers 1, 2, 6, and 7? 1,
7.
2, 7, okay.
7, please.
So you are lucky. There is no love like a mother's love for her child. There is no love like a mother's love for her child. So I will copy and paste in the chat.
Yeah, I agree with this. Samir, can I start? Okay, so this is actually a very wise and accurate sentence. The love that we get from mother is the love that is unconditional, the love without any expectations of giving back. And this kind of love, to me, is the first taste to learn what it is to love and to give love. Having this motherhood with this motherhood connection in the family, personally taught me to not only love my family but also friends, strangers, to have this ability to give back without any expectations. And it is wisely said that if you want something, you need to give it. And the more you give it, the more you receive it. Not necessarily from the same person, but somewhere along in your journey. So to me, the love of mother is only the start of a learning journey that is called love. Love of people, love of animals, not much love of objects. For example, if you love your smartphone so much, someone steal it from you, and then your love goes with it. So this is not really wise. I would rather stick to human beings and having and using the power of love in order to heal our hearts and also be someone good, be a person who has positive impacts not only on ourselves but also around our environment. Thanks, Mrs. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, dear Tarek, for your improvisation. Really, I miss your improvisation. So now it's the end of this session. I hope you like the question that I prepared for you and that respect the theme of men. So now I will give the floor for the Madam Toastmaster, Rania Lila. So Rania, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for this incredible section. I really enjoyed this inspirational, emotional stories and the untold stories of hurt and love and all these beautiful things. I just feel that this meeting is full of love, positive energy, and this powerful spirit that full of compassion. And we need to cherish these moments to be better in our lives. And now it's the time for voting, but before voting for the best table topic speaker, we need to call the timer, Toastmaster Samir, to see are all the speakers eligible for voting. Toastmaster Samir.
Thank you, Madam TM. As I cherished all the speakers before, now I cherish all the improvisers as they all respected the time. Congratulations to you all.
Okay, great. Congratulations for all. Now there is a poll that will be showing up in your screen with all the names of the speakers, table topic speakers. Please have just 1 minute to vote for the best speaker. I encourage and urge all the participants, guests and members to vote. Yes, 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 yes. And for those who just finished the voting, you can just give some feedback to all the speakers, privately or publicly in the chat box. They will appreciate your input so much. Five seconds to go.
Time is up now.
Okay. Time is up. If you
Yes.
want to give some feedback notes to the speakers, you can do it in the chat box, privately or publicly. They will appreciate your inputs. And now, have you finished? And now let's move on to the third section, is the evaluation section. And I would like to call Toastmaster Journey Evaluator, Rania Darwish.
Thank you so much, Rania, our Toastmaster of the day, for the great
You're welcome. I will leave you the floor. Okay.
Thank you so much. And now we're moving to a very important session of our meeting. This session is session where we learn a lot, especially our speakers, but also we do learn from them and with them. And now I have to call our 4 pillars of the meeting. And to start with the first pillar of the meeting, I'm gonna call the evaluator of our first speech, the speech of Mohammed Amin Idrisi. And to the floor, I'm gonna call Mu'min Ali, the evaluator of the first speech. Mu'min, the floor is yours. You can give your evaluation. And please pin the timer so you can respect the time.
Thank you, Rania. Med Amin Idrisi, what a wonderful and amazing speech. I actually feel it is very obvious that I don't even need to say it to mention it, how wonderful and amazing it was. Let me start, though, my evaluation for the sake of this feedback from a bit of unexpected point, from the time before your speech itself, from the selection of the topic. You see, the selection of the topic here was a bit double-edged, maybe. From one side, the 6 hats is a topic that gives you a lot of space for creativity and role play. And obviously, apparently, you made the maximum use of that and you took it to the limit, really. Yet we have another side here. Let us do a small mathematical calculation. You had 5 to 7 minutes to deliver this speech, and you had 6 hats to talk about, to describe, to give us an example of, and to tell us their usage. So if we did the calculation here, we will find that you had only 1 minute to 1 minute 10 seconds for each hat. Not to mention that also you needed to give an introduction and a closing statement. What that puts us here is that you, from even before your speech, you put yourself in a very challenging situation. And that was reflected actually on your speech. So by the 5th hat, you were already in the green color. By the 6th hat, you were in the yellow color. And by the closing of your statement, you got into the red one. Anyhow, your speech structure was divided as follows: an introduction, a body where you, and then followed by a body where you speak about the 6 different hats, and then a summary or a closing statement. How your speech opened was interesting, actually. It opened with a scene where there was no one, just a scene of a desk, and then you jumped into the scene. What a powerful and engaging intro opening. You grasped our attention from the very first moment. And then you continued your facade of creativity, actually. In your speech, you used a lot of tools to aid your delivery. One of them was humor, like when you spoke about your hair. Second was like physical aids, like the hats and the guitar. And the third was a lot of movement and role play, where the camera helped you because it was far away, which gave a lot of space for your body movement. And you saved your best tool for the end. This picture of the 2 flags meshing together, ending your speech with a very powerful and memorable statement. Thank you, Idrisi, for this amazing speech.
Thank you, Mu'min, for this great evaluation. I really did appreciate it, and especially given the importance you did give to the time management during the speech. That was some points. And as I call them, the pillars, it's not for just a name, but because you see, people, how we could learn from a good evaluation. And now we're gonna move to our second pillar, and I'm gonna call Adiba Mator, who's gonna be the evaluator for the second speech, Ahmed Ala speech. So Adiba, the floor is yours, and please pin the timer.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, today I have the pleasure of evaluating Ahmed Ala's speech according to his project, research and presenting. But first, let me start with one of Lily Walters' quotes. She said, "The success of your presentation will be judged not by the information or the knowledge you sent, but by what the listener will receive." And today, as listeners, we received a good amount of information provided from our dear Ahmed. He chose a good topic, unusual, unknown, but a lot of us. It was a bit challenging to discuss this topic, and I found that he succeeded in this choice. He also provided images to let us imagine those black holes, what they look like. And when asked Ahmed Ala before his speech about the things he is working on to improve his speeches, he told me that he is working on improving his vocal variety. And since he is a level 1 speaker, I found that he succeeded in delivering a speech with a correct vocal variety, but still need a room of improvement. I will show you an example. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm talking to you about a mysterious topic, I will tell you, do you know about a mysterious event happening in the universe? I would emphasize my gesture. I would emphasize my emotions. I will show you that nothing can escape from the gravity of black holes. And there, not any individual can escape from listening to your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, today, I really enjoyed discovering this topic with Ahmed Ala, and I wish him all the best for his next speeches, working through improving those gestures, emotions, and vocal variety. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Adiba, for the great presentation and the great evaluation speech. As I said, and the very detailed remarks that you give to your speaker. Sorry. And now we're gonna move to our third speaker and our third evaluator, and that's gonna be Dina Abu Sif, who she's gonna evaluate the third speech of Ilyas Lamri. Dina, the floor is yours, and please pin the timer. Dina, you're here? We can't hear you, Dina. We can't hear you.
Toastmaster Gina, now your mic is unmuted. Is muted. Okay, it doesn't work.
Can you please unmute the mic, Dina? No,
the mic is unmuted, but we don't hear her.
So Dina, in order that your mic will be working, I'm gonna move to the first evaluator in order to wait for you to solve the sound problem. Now I guess it's working. Can you speak?
Can you hear me now?
Now we do. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, I apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay.
Okay, let me just pin the timer for a second. Okay. Okay, I apologize for the delay. Thank you. All right, so today I'm here to evaluate Ilyas's speech, which is about the cross-cultural understanding. First of all, I thought this speech was a great topic, especially considering our joint meeting today, because it does talk about cross-culture and it talks about unity. And I thought it contextualized our meeting in a very rich and prosperous way. So moving on to the body language, I thought Ilyas did a wonderful job standing up and moving his hands, his facial expressions, jumping up and down when he was excited at certain parts of his speech. So he used his body language in a very engaging manner. Also, when it comes to his vocal variety, I thought that he was more assertive when he was discussing certain serious aspects of the speech. And then he was more on the softer side when he was discussing more sentimental aspects of his speech. Some things that I think Elias should take into consideration for the future. I think that at certain points he did some reading more than speaking. And of course, this caused a bit of distraction, not to us as the audience, but it distracted him because he was focused more on the words that he was supposed to be reading as opposed to speaking spontaneously. So I would advise maybe if you're not sure whether or not you're going to be able to regurgitate certain things, try to summarize or try to paraphrase as much as you possibly can so it comes out more naturally if you end up losing your spot throughout the course of your speech. Also, eye contact was a bit compromised throughout. You were kind of looking sideways back and forth, and we noticed that. So try to maintain eye contact to make sure that you've engaged your audience throughout the course of your speech. And also it would have been really nice to show some visuals when you were talking about the similarities between your two cultures. I think it would have been really, really nice to show some visuals as far as similarities between people's behaviors or similarities between certain sceneries. I think it would have really contextualized how, regardless of our differences, there are so many noticeable similarities that we can also appreciate visually. I thought the Casablanca example of how people judge a culture from the outside as chaotic, but at the same time, when you delve into a culture, you get to know people on the inside, realizing that regardless of what seems to be craziness on the outside or certain differences, you're always going to realize that we have similar traditions, similar languages, cultures, traditions, behavioral traits. And I think that it really kind of grounds our
Toastmaster Gina, please unmute yourself. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, no.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, let me just continue real quick. So anyway, so I just wanted to say it was really nice how you emphasized embracing the differences as ultimately everything is intertwined and essentially we are all one. I think the speech really complemented our joint meeting very beautifully by demonstrating how important it is to cherish our natural oneness regardless of our superficial differences. So thank you so much for choosing this topic to complement our joint meeting and for bringing us together as peoples of the world, regardless of any superficial differences that may distract us from the things that really do unite us as human beings. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Dina, for this amazing evaluation. As you see, we're seeing beyond just a speech, but sometimes it's more about the more deepful ideas. Thank you, Dina, for this amazing presentation of your evaluation. And now we're gonna move to our fourth pillar of the meeting, and that's gonna be our fourth evaluator. And I'm gonna call Hanan Burhi. She's the evaluator of Ashraf Youssef's speech. Hanan, please, the floor is yours, and please pin your timer.
Thank you very much, Rania. So Ashraf's speech entitled "The Immune System Informs Us About Organism That Protects Against Diseases." He was addressing projects using visual aids to enhance his speech. Ashraf achieved his purpose with a very engaging, informative speech and clear voice. Ashraf had some problem at the beginning, however, he succeeded to solve the mic issue. I noticed that you started your introduction by showing directly the presentation. I expected that you will start by a question or a quote, but the first slide with the graph gave us a hint about the topic. The visibility of your presentation was large enough. All slides were relevant to the message that you want to convey. The topic about the immune system, it's really a scientific topic. That means as an audience, we are expected to hear more scientific words that we could not understand. But it was clever of your part that each scientific word was illustrated by an image, which led us to understand the meaning of each word. I remarked also that you use your gestures. For instance, when you say to call or uses. Now I'm talking about things that you want to improve. Your voice was monotone during all speech. There was some parts of the speech that you change a little bit your pitch. However, in some parts, when you were talking about defense, it would be better if you show this enthusiasm in your voice because it's something energetic and dynamic. Another point, it would be better if you let someone else passing the slide for you, maybe the Zoom master, as Ahmed did, because I noticed that every time you did like that to get to the next slide, and if you let someone else do it, you will concentrate more about your speech. But overall, I congratulate you. You achieved your objective. You captivated us with your presentation. The slides were clear, a good use of gestures, but you need to work on vocal variety and introduction. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you so much, Hanan, for this detailed report on your evaluator. And now we're gonna go back to the Toastmaster of the day, and I'm gonna give the mic to Rania again. Rania, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Rania, for this amazing part. I bet all these incredible evaluation notes will make a difference, huge difference in the performance of all the speakers. Thank you so much. And now it's the time for vote. I will call the timer. Please, timer.
Thank you, Madam TM. I'm really proud of all evaluators as they respected all the allocated time. So congratulations to all dear evaluators.
Congratulations for all evaluators. And now it's time for voting for the best evaluator. You will see a poll right now on your screen. Please, I urge you all to take 1 minute to vote for the best evaluator. Please, Zoom Toastmaster. I urge all the participants, guests, and members to vote. Zoom Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Rania, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. And now,
thank you.
now it's time for vote. 1 minute, right, Toastmaster Samir? It's less than a minute right now. You can give your feedback to all the evaluators in the chat box, privately or publicly, to make a difference in their performance as well. We are all here to level up, right? Level up our power and performance. Okay, you can go with the sound. Okay.
Madam Toastmaster, time is up.
Okay, perfect. And I will repeat this again. If you want to present any feedback for any of the evaluators, please do it in the chat box, privately or publicly. Thank you so much. And now, let's carry on with the general evaluator, Toastmaster Rania Darwish, to present her team's reports and give the final report.
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Rania.
Thank you so much, TM Rania. And now, as we started in my team with the 3 musketeers, we're gonna kind of end with them also. And first of all, I'm gonna call our accountor in order to give us his report. But as I say to every one of the evaluator, because we appreciate time, to please pin up the timer in order to respect the time given to you. Abdelkarim, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Rania. Hello again, mommies. I will share with you now my report. Where is it? So, as I said, I will share with you my report where I counted all the filler words used by speakers and evaluators, also the improviser. About we can see here that about 40% about of the presence or used by speakers. Filler words are used by speakers. Also about 40% by the evaluators and just 20% by the improvisers. This is just a global overview. Now we will move to some details. We can see here that Mohammed Amin Idrisi did some and for the speakers, Ashraf Youssef, Ilyas Al-Amri also. Good job for Ahmed Ala. He didn't use any filler words like So for the evaluators, we can see here that Mumin Ali and Hanan Burihi are the most who used some words, some filler words like and for the improvisers, good job for the first improviser and the second improvisers, also the fifth improvisers. I can see here also that the third and the fourth and the sixth improvisers use some filler words. For some repetitive words, we can see here that Muhammad Amin Idrisi used some repetitive words. Also, Ahmed Ala, Ilyas Al-Amri, Ashraf Youssef. I think all the speakers used some repetitive words. The same thing for evaluators. For finally, we can see here that the first and the first improviser didn't use any repetitive words or some words like so, as. So I think for others, I think you should move and should work more on this part by using pauses and good mummies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abdelkarim, for this amazing report. We're gonna go back to it in the evaluation later. But now I'm gonna move to our second musketeer, and I'm gonna call Alia, our grammarian of the day, who made us cherish this wonderful moment. Alia, the screen is yours.
Thank you, I think most of the meeting was clapping. Thank you all for a great job. I mean, the grammarian role is usually one where we kind of start thinking twice. Will anyone really use the word of the day after all that? But you made me proud. I was gonna cry in the thing, and then now I'm so happy. So basically, the word of the day, as known now, is cherish. And Rania Darwish, Ahmed Amin, Ilyas Al-Amri, Samir, Aisha, Mr. Galan, Omar Farouk in the chat box, Di Alimi, Rania Leila, All of you use the word of the day. Excellent job. If you didn't hear your name and you used the word of the day, my apologies. You deserve a pat on your own shoulders as well. Regarding any grammatical language points, there was only one which I noticed. He had some problem. I think it should be he had some problems because it's more than one. And I think we all had problems today. First person was myself trying to log in 10 plus times until I was holding the phone and the laptop was going to explode. But through those problems, we learn, of course, and without them, meetings cannot be more cherishable, right? Moving on to the phrases I liked or that attracted my attention. In the dreamy scenes of the transparent blue sea. Whoever said that, I think it was Elias, like you made me desperately want to see the sea now in front of me and just jump in there. And another one was, and I embrace this culture and call these places home. I love it. There was another one, and it was like a very unique one because it combined lots of random things together. Your skin is like the wall guarding your entire city, which is your body. Like magical how your skin and the wall and the city and your body can all come in one sentence. Great job, everyone, and have a great rest of the meeting with all of us here together. Back to you, Rania.
Thank you so much, our second Musketeer of the Day, for this vivid presentation. I really appreciate it. And now we're gonna move to our third Musketeer, and I'm gonna call the person we respect the most on our meetings. I'm gonna call the timer to give us his report. Samir, the screen is yours, but I'm not gonna tell you to pin the timers because you are. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
After the clapping, I can start. Thank you, Madam the GE. I'm really proud of all you speakers, improvisers, evaluators, GM, TTM, and GE, as you all respected the allocated time for your session and for your speeches. First of all, I will give some the time report of the speakers. Mohammed Amin Idrisi did 7 minutes, 21 seconds. For Ahmed, he did 5 minutes, 58 seconds. For Ilyas, he did 6 minutes, 58 seconds. And for Ashraf, he did 7 minutes, 30 seconds, which is really great. For the improvisers, Galal Zaki, he did 1 minute, 50 seconds. Najat, 1 minute, 16 seconds. For Amr, 2 minutes, 19 seconds. For Ghada, 1 minute, 23 seconds. For D from Manchester, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. For Tariq from Canada, 1 minute, 56 seconds. For the evaluators, Mu'min, 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Adiban, 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Dina, 3 minutes, 16 seconds. And for Hanan, 2 minutes, 49 seconds. It was really an exemplary meeting in terms of time management. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Samir, for this great time report. And I won't be late. I'll put the cap hat. I wish Mohammed Amin did have one to lend me to put it today, but it's okay. I'm gonna do it anyway. First of all, I want to thank you all for the hard work and the enthusiasm that you all brought today on this meeting. I want to start to thank, first of all, our Zoom master. She did a great job because behind the scenes, she's like the real hero. She was handling so many actions at the same time, accepting people, trying to share the screen, trying to put my videos into Vedette because I have 2 devices at the same time each time I talk. So I thank her so much for trying to manage everything. But mostly I'm gonna thank her for the great choice of music that I guess both Moroccan and Egyptian and from the worldwide did appreciate. So thank you him for this. And I moved to our, of course, TM of the day. She did an amazing job. The start by putting like a sort of team to this meeting, and the team was love, and she spread love from the beginning, and we feel like we're enjoying it and we're feeling it, and we're like in this love in the air thing kind of thing. And she did also great job presenting each speaker and also commenting on each speaker all along the meeting. I guess the only point we didn't pay attention to from the beginning, and we should, it was just giving comments from the first speaker, giving comments each time to each speaker, but that was during the meeting, that was done later. I'm gonna also say that we started 5 minutes late, but it's okay. And also we did a great job managing the technical issues. I mean, it's good that we have a virtual meeting right now, but it shows us sometimes that it's difficult to keep the good spirit and the good enthusiasm while having the technical issues. But thank you everyone, because you did this, that from Dina to Ahmed to Ashraf, you really did a great job keeping the good spirit. And also I thank the TM for presenting the sections of the meeting from the beginning, so everyone, especially the guests that are not familiar with Toastmasters, would get kind of idea how it's gonna be. For my three musketeers, of course, I have to thank them. They did a great job, from mammies to cherishing to also giving an enthusiastic summary report. I also want to thank Abdelkrim especially for his report idea that was like one of the brands of Rabat Toastmasters Club right now. It's the account reports. Thank you for doing this today. I'll also want to thank the speaker for being enthusiastic while giving their speeches. They used presentations, but it wasn't like full of words or anything. They were pictures right to the point. I thank them for that. I want to also thank the TTM for the great job by asking like simple yet so deep questions that made us discover a lot of things today, a lot of new ideas, philosophies, and the talent of so many guests and members among us. I'm gonna also thank the evaluator for the detailed presentations, and let's say they were in fact speeches and not just simple evaluation reports. They were speeches, they presented them in the best way, they gave really detailed remarks to every speakers. They were different and kind of spreading all the parts of the speech, and I thank them so much for that. I want to thank our guests for being patient and following with us and bringing the good spirit. And I also want to remind everyone that we are here. What we cherish in Toastmasters is always pushing each other to be a better part or better version of themselves. So when we give a feedback, we try always to give it in a positive way, in the most encouraging way, and better, I guess, to give it in the private way. I won't be long. I guess managing the time was really a great point today. Let's like really, I guess we need to applaud ourselves for that, because it's not really easy to manage so many camps to a joint meeting. And I want to also to thank you all for the great job you've done. And I guess that's gonna be just the start to a better joint meeting toward us. And we had the pleasure to be a part of this meeting. I wish you did enjoy your time too. Cairo Toastmasters, and also our dear guests. Thank you, everyone. And now I give the mic to our dear TM of the day, Rania.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rani Darwish, for this incredible, authentic, profound report. Thank you so much. And now, there is misconception claims that you can change the world. And this half right, half wrong. Because you can. You can change the world by your mindset, by your perspective, by your way of delivering and spreading love among all the world, among all the people you know and you don't know as well. And please bear in mind that what goes around comes around, which means that when you spread love, it will return to you. When you spread hate and grudge, it will backfire on you. And let's face it, all the human beings are like to be loved and to be understood. And be that one that spread love and spread compassion and understanding and deep listening for all the human beings. Be the light that light the journey or the road to the people. And with love, we evolve. Thank you so much. And now, let's present the awards and let's see the winner. Can you please just make some sounds? Okay, like drum rolls or something. We need to know the winners. The best speaker, the best improviser, and the best evaluator. I can't see anyone. Okay. The best speaker is Muhammad Amin Idrisi.
Yay.
Zoom Master, where is the, okay, I can use my, no, I will use my traditional way of saying congratulations.
Is there any song about congratulations?
There is Zagarit.
Yes, our Egyptian traditional way. The best improviser is Amr Iddo. Of course you know it. And the best evaluator is Dina Abu Saif. Congratulations for all the winners and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And now I will leave the floor to Amin Baji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM of the day, Rani Lila. I really enjoyed every bit of the meeting. It was, I know it's late now in Egypt. I guess it's 11 p.m.
Yes.
And I started noticing some people yawning and but I guess the good energy and the good vibes let us survive this night meeting. I really enjoyed the speakers. You guys in Cairo, you have a lot of nerds, a lot of scientific speeches today. So this was very insightful and instructive. I enjoyed also the good evaluations, the impros. So I guess this event is the beginning of a great collaboration in the future, inshallah, between our two clubs. So thank you for accepting our invitation. And looking forward to more events and more joint meetings. And Dina, if you have few words to close the meeting.
Yeah. I just want to. Hi, my name is Sugan Kumar. I came in, but because it's my working time, so I'm working as I'm doing it, so I cannot fully concentrate. Otherwise, I had volunteered for table topics, but she didn't hear me. It's an opportunity for me to meet people from different part of the world. It's the second time I'm coming in. One thing I noticed is people are very friendly, which is good. I just came. I didn't realize when I first came the timing difference. I came at 2 o'clock my time, supposed to be at 3, So I just put it back, and at 2:30, boom, someone came in, hello, hello, and then that's how it got started. Good evaluations. Good. It was a very intense but fun, which is good. Dina, especially, I liked your evaluation. I thought you did a very good job as far as you're doing positives with the negatives. You did very well. And as far as table topics, I have to give kudos to Isa. I didn't catch your whole name. Very good questions relating to love around the same areas, something with love and all that. So it's a good question.
Thank you, Sugan, for your valuable feedback. We really appreciate it, and we are very sorry for interrupting you, but we are really running out of time, and it's already very late for people who are working.
Thank you.
So, and we are very sorry for the table topics because we have a very short amount of time. So we could not accept more table topic speakers, and we are very sorry for that. So Dina, if you have few words to close the meeting, and Dina.
Yes, thank you so much. This was honestly one of the best meetings I have experienced in such a long time. I'm very, very honored and privileged to have taken part in such a meeting that is so uplifting. And like I said, I do feel a great sense of oneness between our cultures, and I'm very, very appreciative and grateful for that invitation that your esteemed club has extended to our club. And I look forward to more collaborations in the future. And as far as my evaluation, and yes, I hope you found my evaluation helpful to you. And I do apologize for the technical problems that I experienced throughout. Otherwise, thank you so much, everybody, for your positive spirits. I will always cherish this joint meeting, and I do look forward to more prosperous futures, collaborations in the near future. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night.
Goodbye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you all.
We would love to hear some Egyptian dialect. I mean,
As Sagharit? Should I repeat this again?
So for the
you know, Rania, the fun part.
And you are welcome. If you want to